Season 1 rosters, but only at the price of their upcoming draft picks. Knicks Gaming were willing to give up their second and third round picks by retaining
the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here.
And I'm
really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here, too.
I miss you too, Ernie.
Thank you. Me too. In this game, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets going up against the Miami Heat at American Airlines Arena. For the Heat, the waiting game is over. They've been building team chemistry, refining their strategy. They feel like they have a great game plan in place to nab a victory in Game 1. And tonight, we'll get to see it all unfold. And the front lines for both teams tonight, powerful, explosive. Shaq, what's the key these days to building a great front court?
Well, the more versatile, the better.
With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the Miami Heat defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. This is their first chance this season playing Charlotte. Last season, they won all 4 games, showing complete dominance.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them.
And with amazing to think. DA, thanks. So much excitement as we tip off the season. Steve, as a player, did you get butterflies on opening night?
You know, Kevin, I remember my rookie year, that first game, we were playing the New York Knicks, led by Patrick Ewing. I mean, the butterflies were flying. And even in my last season, the 14th season, the butterflies were the same. It's something about opening night. It's just special. And no matter whether you're a rookie or you've been in the league 14, 15 years, those butterflies still kick in.
And it tells me you love the game, Steve. Last season as you did in your first season.
And I think it also, Kevin, to add to that, you respect your opponent even in year 14-15.
Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Carlos Boozer. Then there's Allen. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Gay in at the 3 slot. Gortat with the steal. Good ball movement here by Miami. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Shaq. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
I mean, it takes a lot to knock O'Neal off balance. A massive player who just fends off the D with ease.
There's a screen by Gortat. Hayward against Shaquille O'Neal. Hayward kicks to Hayes. Pass to Wade. Shot clock at 5. Outside Kidd. Offline with his 3. Shaq with it. Dishes to Rose. Outside Boozer. It's Allen on the wing. Wade is covering. Shot from 16. Jason Kidd grabs the miss. Wade against Allen. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Wade's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You can throw everyone and everything at Wade, but sometimes it doesn't matter.
Gay against Hayward. Left side Boozer. And it's blocked.
You know, some might say Hayes plays the game angry, and there was definitely something angry about his defense there. What an emphatic rejection.
The Heat shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
So both teams making some changes here. So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
You start to wonder, in my opinion, is it better to take everything to the rack now or to try at least draw some fouls?
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Screen by O'Neal. Murray against Barea. Outside, Jones. No good on the triple.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Wade, good.
You know, he's never been one to settle. D. Wade will go right at you.
Barea against Murray. Here's Barea. Down low. Here's O'Neal. Makes it off the glass.
And O'Neal, just a brute on the block, simply overpowers the opposition.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Heat up 4. Back after this. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
Boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
Yeah, their scoring's been on point. They've got the early lead. Always feels good when that happens.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Charlotte, they've got Jones. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Labissiere. Then there's J.J. Barea, and it's Beasley in at the 3. Smitty, so much work done by the players in the offseason. In terms of development, which skills tend to be the easiest to improve upon?
I think there's one, and you got to call it a skill right now, is the easiest is getting in tip-top shape, because that's all on you. being able to put in the time in your body and nutrition. Next, I think for guys is defensively. I think that's the skill that you obviously can work on. It's about lateral movement, and you don't need others. You can come out and work on that. Next, I think for guys is shooting. And I wouldn't say you'll be Steph Curry from one summer to another, but if you put in the work, you'll see the percentages starting to go up.
It's Jones on the wing. Stolen by Wade. 16 feet away, and that's off the glass and in. Wade's got 10 points in the game.
And Dwayne Wade will do work on you from the mid-range if you let him.
And the Hornets call time here.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, there's too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
And let's take a look now at some stats for Murray. How he did last season. Put up 8 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And the numbers, nothing spectacular in his rookie season, but he's still got a lot of room for growth.
Let's forget last year. That was about development. This year, it's about contributing.
The Hornets shooting their first free throw of the game right now. That free throw good from Allen. Here's Kidd. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Murray outside. Kicks to Gortat. He can't get that one. Shaq with some nice D. Rose against Murray. Gay outside. Shaq is screen on Hayward. They grab their own miss. The shot's good.
High percentage play. Working the ball in close, then the nice move to convert.
So the Heat, their last game, a win against the Washington Wizards. Works out with the screen for Kidd. Excellent D there from Allen.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Now the pass to Boozer. Back to Allen. 5 on the clock. Lets it go. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Heat leading by 5. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Hayes throws it down.
And you can see Kidd's ability to pass truly is a gift. When one of his teammates is open, he is quick to get them the ball in rhythm.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. Murray against Rose. Fires, high post. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Miami Heat bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, how does the defense you're playing impact your offense?
It just energizes us. We have an ignitable group, and that's how we play. So we have to continue to stay the course and try to keep them off the 2-point line as best as we can.
Yeah, those runouts get your guys going. Thanks a lot, Spo. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Dwayne Wade wasted no time getting hot. He had 10 points and 1 steal. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Heat first half.
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say keep doing what you do.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Charlotte?
What if... That's all for now.
A shot of American Airlines Arena in the whites of Miami, Florida. Welcome back, everyone, to the action here. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Dwayne Wade really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, you like to run more doubles at him, but the risk there is opens up things for everybody else.
The Heat leading by 7. Hayward out there with Hayes. Then it's Gortat. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Kidd in at the point. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. High arcing shot. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. A 3 off the inbound. Now when it comes to getting fans out of their seats, the crossover dribble does it every time. It's so fun to watch. Who are some of the best doing that, you think, Steve?
You know, Kyrie Irving,
Yes.
Steph Curry, Chris Paul, John Wall, James Harden, Jamal Crawford. Those are the guys and names that just stand out. Those are the guys that make the Smitty's top 5 plays under the rim.
Irving's handle is just phenomenal, I think, don't you?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think he's the top of his class.
The Heat with the lead. And the shot is good. Kidd's got the first points of the second half here for the Heat.
And Kidd using that size well inside. Fantastic with the read of the D there and exploiting the weakness.
And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for the Heat.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Rose passes to Gay. O'Neal a screen on Hayward. Pocket 6. The shot, no good. Now the Heat take it the other way. Kidd against Rose. Hayward dishes the Kidd. 1:41 left in the third quarter of the game. The Heat need to get a shot off, and Hayes throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Charlotte calls timeout.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
You start to wonder, in my opinion, is it better to take everything to the rack now or to try at least draw some fouls?
A different look for Miami. Sharch checked in for Hayes, and Dion Waiters subbed in for Gordon Hayward. And then for Charlotte, Labissiere's checked in for O'Neal. Jones comes in for Allen. And Barea subbed in for Rose. And Jason Kidd picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Here's Gay. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Well, Eric Spoelstra working his way up through the Heat organization, and I hear eventually interested in moving into the front office someday.
And I would say it will be with the Miami Heat, a very loyal, close-knit organization. His dedication and commitment, second to none.
Shots good by Waiters.
Right in rhythm, Waiters tends to be most efficient in catch-and-shoot situations.
Hornets trail by 12. Outside, Jones. Boozer a screen on Waiters. And there's Boozer. That's good on the assist by Jones. Boozer's got his second bucket of the night.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Kidd against Barea. Kidd gets the bucket. Kidd's got his second bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Poked away. Kidd with the steal. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Charge outside. And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That is his first foul of the game. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And that's a tough one. But on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Some guys, they just know how to get away with it, and some don't.
Here is Shaw. He's guarded by Waiters. Passes to O'Neal. Just 3 on the clock. Gortat with the block. And so it's Miami up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
I like the activity, guys.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Hornets trail by 12. Steve, you had an excellent playing career. Talk a little bit about the work you had to put in and just to get to the NBA.
Yeah, it comes down to that work ethic. Obviously, we all have talent, but you have to put in that work. And that work continues on the court, off the court, and it's basically 365 days a year where you have to find a way to get better.
Was it mainly shooting for you?
No, not mainly shooting for me, Kevin. I think it was always just my overall game.
Setting the floor for the Hornets. Carlos Boozer out there with Shaquille O'Neal. Then it's Jones. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Shaw in at the 2 spot. Dwayne Wade, he's checked in for Miami. So for the Hornets, their last game, a win against the Magic in Orlando. From 13, and the rebound goes to the Hornets.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Got a piece of it, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward.
And how about the reaction time on D there? Almost comes up with the pick.
You know, these are the little plays that can add up when you look over the course of a game.
Jason Kidd is checked in for DeJounte Murray. 16 feet away, and with that, the Heat lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from O'Neal.
And because of his size, that's a difficult shot to contest.
But it's not just the size, it's the natural feel for the mid-range game. Not everyone has it.
Kidd with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Clock at 4. Out to Wade. Takes a 3. O'Neal with the rebound. Shaq's got 4 rebounds in this game. Shoots over Gortat. Shaq misses. The Heat leading by 8. To the middle. And Hayes throws it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Charlotte calls timeout. They're behind by 10. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Jason Kidd.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. I was able to catch the message James Borrego gave to his team. He told the guys it's time to turn it up a little and make a push. We've worked too hard to come away empty-handed. Let's put this thing away. Kevin, we'll see if it'll break that.
There's a screen by Gortat. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, and those illegal screens have really become a point of emphasis for the officials.
Yeah, so many of these can go either way. Very difficult for the screener to stay 100% motionless.
Here's Shaq. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
He can be masterful in there, especially when there's no rim protection.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul. And here's Wade. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Ray Allen picks one up.
Dwayne Wade at the stripe. How many times have we said that before? He lives there.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Murray against Barea. First free throw is good, and that brings them within single digits. J.J. Barea, 2 shots. And both free throws good for Barea. 29 seconds left in the fourth. And he jams it with authority.
And just staying aggressive, continuing to extend that lead.
They left nothing to chance. This is how you close out.
Charlotte calls timeout. They trail by 10. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Barea. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Shaw. He kicks it to Labissiere. From about 16. Rebound by Murray. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Mark. You guys were all business tonight. No joking or fooling around. What was the approach?
You know, we come into the game prepared, more focused. We got a lot of energy, and, you know, basically it was an overall good game for us.
Very good performance, March. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan.